Questions? Question orale. The honourable member for Calgary, Forest Lawn.
Mr. Speaker, enormous deficit spending by this Prime Minister caused the Bank of Canada to hike its interest rates for the 7th consecutive time this year. An average mortgage will cost Canadians an extra $7,000 in interest payments alone. This Prime Minister's reckless spending has already driven up the costs on gas and groceries, and his failed energy policies will make home heating costs double. He'll further pile-drive Canadians financially when his failed carbon tax increases this year. Why won't the Prime Minister stop his wasteful inflationary spending, axe the failed carbon tax so Canadians can keep the heat on this winter and food on the table?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives are nothing if not at least consistent. They continue to ask us to stop being there to support Canadians. They oppose the child care agreements that we signed with the provinces, child care agreements that we're enshrining into law with legislation we're bringing in today. They oppose the dental support for low-income Canadians to make sure that kids have the best start in life possible. They oppose the rental supports that we move forward to deliver for Canadians. They stood against the kinds of supports we were flowing to Canadians through the dark times of the pandemic. We will continue to be there for Canadians and remain fiscally responsible, because that's what Canadians expect.
Well, member for Calgary, Forest Lawn.
Mr. Speaker, it's easier for this Prime Minister to sit in his ivory tower and blame everyone else and spend even more of Canadians' money to cover his own inflationary mess. His inflation tax is going to cost Canadians an extra $3,500, according to the Governor of the Bank of Canada. He is the architect of sending 1.5 million Canadians into a food bank, 500,000 of which were children. He's responsible for 1 in 5 Canadians skipping meals. He keeps failing, and Canadians continue to be on the hook for it. When will he understand Canadians can't afford any more of his failures and just want to eat and heat their homes?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, the Conservatives say they stand with Canadians, and then they stand in opposition to measures that ensure that Canadians can send their kids to the dentist. Then they stand in opposition to measures that will give families who pay a large amount of their low incomes on rent to get an extra bit of help. Then they stand against and continue to stand against child care fees that have been cut in half across the country, that is not only giving opportunities for kids to get the best start in life, not only supporting parents when the cost of living and payments are so high, but at the same time ensuring that our economy grows as people participate fully in our growth.
Member for Kelowna.